ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ
ಹಲೋ.
ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅವರೇ?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಗುರುಗಳೇ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. So actually several people have asked to join this class. So I thought I'll make a repetition of the first lesson. Of course, the method of explanation, examples may be slightly different also, but it will be useful for everybody. They can also improve the understanding. So, but I think some only 3 or 4 have joined. Is it not, sir? Actually, in my screen, I am not able to see because there is some problem here.
Okay.
So, anyway, if the screen is visible to you and you are able to hear, you are able to hear me, then it is okay.
Yeah, it is visible.
Yeah, thank you. See this. To start with, you may have plenty of questions. Small questions, big questions, questions within questions, etc. But they will be all cleared as we proceed from the starting point to the destination.
Okay.
Yeah, I will make everything clear, correct, and complete. So this is brought to you by Mattavara Dual Institute of Technology. This is the free virtual learning center for everybody. Anybody can learn any subject for any class. They have to do is just they have to send the name by WhatsApp, so that I will send the Zoom link. I will send. So generally we teach all subjects of mechanical and aeronautical engineering branches. We taught in engineering colleges and polytechnics like that. But you can also teach all common subjects of all other disciplines like physics, mathematics, computers, programming, and things like that. So this is only one of the subjects, astrology, what I am teaching. This is because there was no single paper which did not carry either the daily forecast or the weekly forecast or fortnightly, like that, magazines also. And every TV channel 24 hours, in one channel or the other, some astrologer will be there, and there will be so many people asking for questions, etc. Then I thought, why not we clearly explain, give ideas to the people, so that you can steer Gnana towards Vijnana and to destroy Agnana if present in the society. That is the idea. So anybody can become a scientist, professor, engineer, or innovator. Whichever institute they are studying, they will find difficulty in understanding the subject. If they contact me, I will make them experts in any subject in 24 hours. So this subject is also, astrology also, we can cover in 24 hours, depending on whether they are the slow learners or fast learners. The duration can be between 15 hours to 40 hours. So those who are quick in understanding, 15 hours will be more than enough. Let us see how we will go. You can also start your own business without investment. We will provide all the necessary help for that also. So every effort will be made to present the information correctly, clearly, and completely in this presentation. However, every keystroke is itself an important source of error. Therefore, the end users are required to make use of this information, which is provided here at their own risk, fully knowing their own personal limitations, if any. Study materials supplied by most of the learners is exclusively I think ಇದು ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಾ ಇದು ಮೈಕು
Yeah,
Mike.
actually what happened, I logged in through my laptop, but laptop volume is very low, so because you were sharing the screen it would be visible properly, so that's why I connected from second device also, my mobile, so that I can hear your audio there from there, but it is giving me disturbance.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So generally study material supplied by the learners is used exclusively wherever possible, so that they can learn from the same study material which is prescribed for them. But additional explanations, classroom examples and exercises will be included as and when necessary, so that this learning of the subject is made more easier. The video recording of the session also will be made available to all the participants to enable them to go through the same as many times as required in individual cases to become an expert in the topic covered in this session through a link to YouTube, which is also beneficial to those who could not join the online session for any reason whatsoever. So you don't have to worry if something you are not attentive physically, mentally like that. The recording of this will be given to you, so that you can also go through it again from beginning to end as many times as required, so that whatever information is presented will be correct, clear and complete to you. Now the first session I just called it as building blocks. We will try to cover some basic information necessary to understand the subject of astrology. So let us start this beautiful session with a silent prayer for 30 seconds. So wherever you are, just stand up for 30 seconds. So thank you very much. Please be seated. Now we will have some rules to follow for this session as well as for all future sessions. Some of them are listed here, which can be used for all programs, including any physical attendance programs also, not necessarily the virtual programs. So generally in physical classes we will say please put your own children to sleep to avoid distraction. So what do you understand by children here?
Our mental disturbances.
No. It is your mobiles.
Okay, mobile. Okay.
Because unless the mobiles are either switched off or kept in silent mode, during the session there will be calls coming. So your attention will be toward the call rather than the lessons. So therefore, this is what we say in physical classes. So it is very necessary to believe that whatever we can conceive and believe in our own mind, we can certainly achieve. Do you have any idea of this?
Yes, sir.
Whatever you believe and conceive in your mind, that you can achieve. Otherwise, it is not possible.
Very true.
So respect one another. stay mentally and physically present. Both are necessary here, because sometimes, even when driving a two-wheeler or a car, we will not know how we have reached the destination, passing through so many road crossings, signals, etc. Physically we will be at some place, and mentally we will be thinking of something else. That should not be there, because that can lead to accidents on the roads. So here also every word is important, because one single word has the capacity to destroy the actually career of a person himself. So while reading any books, if we cannot understand one word meaning, we will not be able to continue further at all. So physically and mentally must be present. I will be asking questions in between, at that time you should be able to respond, so that I will know whether what I want to pass on the message, whether it is reaching you or not, so that we can give different examples, different ideas, try other methods like that. So always listen with open mind. Don't have to question anything in the initial stages. Although I showed in the first slide itself, there will be many questions, whether small or big, questions within questions, etc. All of them will be cleared as we proceed in the session. Openness is essential ingredient of all scientific activities. The scientists, what they do, they must be always be open to everything that is happening, surroundings, etc. So that if there is any small difference they see, they should be able to find out why it is happening, how, whether something can be avoided or how something can be amplified, things like that. So open door welcomes fresh air. If we close the door and sit in the room, that fresh air will not be able to come. Similarly, open mind will welcome new ideas. We must have no restrictions in receiving the information. Open heart welcomes new friends. Openness helps learn something new every day. So we must be willing to learn everything that comes in our daily routine. We must become students on this globe, which is an open classroom now because of this Zoom and other things, which is a gift of Corona, to learn more and more and more. Participate in all activities in every session, because it is not just telling and listening like that. We will have to also do something, whichever is possible, like that. So this is for physical classes. We will say you must put the bat so that we can recognize who is who. So virtual session, it is not required. So always stick to timings. We will start exactly in time and we will try to close either early or little later, depending on how much portion we have covered. If more time is required to complete the topic, maybe a few minutes more we may take. If we want to start a new chapter, then if some 10-15 minutes is left, we may not start the new chapter, we'll start it in the next session, like that. So we'll keep the session such a way that maybe plus or minus some 10-15 minutes we'll keep. Maybe today we are closing at around 5 o'clock. After 5 I have some other program also. Today up to 9 o'clock I have so many webinars to attend. So I thought we can give one session today, so that we can check the connectivity problem and other things. So that if there are any problems we can solve. So this is for the physical classes. In virtual class you will have your own place. Suppose there is earthquake or anything happening. So be calm, do not give room for panic, just walk, don't run. I don't know, somebody is calling. Let me see. I don't know who is that. So this is for physical classes. We will tell what are the emergency exits and where we have to assemble after leaving the room in case of any such situations. So people should not run away. They must assemble at one point so that we can take an attendance and see how many were there inside the room for session and how many are there now, how many are missing, what is the reason, where are they, where they are gone. So for that purpose, it is necessary to assemble at some designated point location. Course material, most of that you will be able to prepare yourself, because we will be explaining here that if you write down, that itself will be a notes. So you don't have to copy down while the session is going on. Carefully listen. The video will be given, so you can always go through and prepare your own notes. Mainly we will use this Onti Koppal Mysore Panchanga, because that is commonly used in Karnataka here. But we can use any other Panchanga also. So there is one Rashtriya Panchanga which is published by Government of India. It is available in all Indian languages, and that is available for purchase. Earlier it was just 25 rupees. Now because the cost has gone up, I think it is something like around 225. It is published by Government of India. So there will be plenty of questions and answers will be there. We will be listen to the questions and try to answer also. But normally what happens, as we proceed in the session, whatever questions you have will be automatically cleared. It is because whatever is not covered now will come in the next second like that. Everything cannot be covered in one single stroke. Who is this person? Any idea? Anybody has any idea who is this person?
Sir C.V. Raman.
This is C.V. Raman. He got Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930. Afterwards, now it is 95 years. So far, nobody else has got the Nobel Prize in Physics. So he was born on 7/11/1888 and he expired on 21/11/1970. So he was telling about how the questions and answers will be. He says, ask the right questions and nature will open the doors to her secrets. So the meaning of this is, if anybody has got some question in their mind, then they have to find the answer to satisfy their own requirements, because whoever has put the question, he must only find the answer. Others will not be able to give. That is what is his idea. So if you keep on asking yourself, you will find the answer. For example, see in my case, whenever some problem, in case I could not solve or I could not make it simpler or something like simplified form, then when we get up in the next morning, in the night, in the dream, we will find the solution. It was happening for me number of times. Something is not known, sleep, thinking about the problem, we will find the answer by the time I get up in the morning. Whether anybody has experienced that kind of a thing?
Usually
I think you could have, you might have got the solution like that in the dream. So regarding occupational health and safety, the place you are sitting now, there should not be something like electrical wires running around on the floor, etc. Suppose you want to go get up, etc., you should not fall down. Things must be clear to move around the place. So this is all occupational health and safety requirements. So there is lot of technical content, research and development component here, and scientific temper in the presentations, and also all suggested exercises and the activities. So there will be assessment. You will have to answer the questions so that we will come to know whether we are able to supply the intended information correctly, clearly, completely to the listeners or participants. If there is difficulty, to change the method of presentation, giving more examples, etc., with more simplified methodology, so that information is transferred from the speaker to the listeners correctly, clearly, completely. That is the idea. So assessment helps to confirm whether message is delivered as intended and to make needed mid-course corrections to the program and presentation. Your feedback is very, very important. So all honest opinions, meaningful suggestions, constructive criticisms will be received with calm, clear and open mind, and we will try to implement all of them as much as possible in all the future sessions. So you will have to also do some project work. It may be on any selected topic by you or any suggested topic by us. It is to give opportunity to check how much of the subject you have understood correctly, clearly, completely. So that way you will be able to do it. And this one, we can have something like a conference like thing, where the project work what you have done, you can present it to the all others benefit about what you have done and how you have done, things like that. So all help will be available even after this session also, wherever required. So we will have some conference later on, depending on how many of you have completed the project work that you have taken. We will see about that later. So you can present the result of all the scientific investigations you have carried out in the form of a final report of the project work. So the purpose is to steer Gnana towards Vijnana and to destroy Ajnana if present in the society. Now let us start some multiple choice questions answering. Maybe will roughly take about 600 seconds. So here one question and more than one answer will be there. You have to select the answer which you feel correct. It may be right, wrong, doesn't matter, because we have not yet started the lessons. It is just to get idea of how much of prior learning you have in this subject. That's all. For example, sun rises in there are 5 answers given: west, east, north, south, I don't know. You can select whatever the answer that comes to you in your mind for the first time. Don't worry about whether it is right or wrong.
East.
East. Okay. In the poem Johnny Johnny Yes Papa, the father of Johnny is Edward Richmond Wilson, I don't know. Somebody can answer.
Edward.
Whatever you say is right, because this is not for giving marks. So whatever comes in your mind for the first time, that you can tell, that will be the answer. So others are there or not there?
Yeah, we are there. I was trying to understand whether we need to write down on the book or something.
No, no. You don't have to write down. It is just
Okay.
carefully listen.
Okay.
And when I ask, you can answer.
Okay.
And no need to write anything here. It is just to
Okay.
say something like recognition of prior knowledge.
Okay.
Whether you have, yeah, that's all.
Okay.
So please do not think too much at all while answering the MCQ. Select the answer that comes to your mind for the first time.
Okay.
That's all. Don't worry about whether it is right or wrong.
Okay.
So now I will give the questions. Say during takeoff of an aircraft, the lift produced is greater than weight, equal to weight, less than weight. I don't know. You can select whatever
Less
answer
than
comes
weight.
to your
Less than weight.
Less than weight.
Oh, very good. How do you know?
Otherwise, it cannot fly.
Yeah, it cannot take off, no? If it is greater than its weight, it has to.
Okay. So here, actually, part of the question is above. That is, lift produced is greater than weight, equal to weight, less than weight. I don't know. That is how it is read. See, the lift produced by the aircraft, is it more or is it equal to weight or is it less than weight during takeoff? That is the question.
The lift produced is greater than its weight.
That is actually, this whoever said less than weight, that is the correct answer. Because if aircraft is taking off, then lift comes only after sufficient speed is acquired by the aircraft. When it is stationary, there is no lift force produced at all. So to get the speed, we use engine. So the engine provides the necessary thrust, and the vertical component of that will add to the whatever the reaction comes on the aircraft and helps to make the aircraft take off from the ground. So it is not greater than weight, it is not equal to, it is less than weight only. That is correct. Are you able to follow?
Yes.
See, actually aircraft, there are 4 forces acting on any aircraft. 2 are something called God-made forces and 2 are man-made forces. The man-made forces are thrust and weight. That is, engine we will make, weight of the aircraft also we will make. If you make the aircraft heavy, it requires a bigger engine, more power, like that. So the God-made forces are lift and drag, like that. So in the beginning, particularly when taking off, the lift is less than weight. That is why we use a large power of the engine to contribute to part of the lift or the vertical upward force, so that the aircraft can take off from the ground. An eclipse is formed whenever Sun, Moon and Earth all lie on a straight line. Sun, Moon, Earth, Rahu and Ketu lie on a straight line. Both A and B above. I don't know.
Sun, Moon, A.
B. B option. Option B.
Here what happens, Actually, Sun and Moon, Earth, they appear to come every 2 weeks along a straight line. They appear to. But only when Rahu Ketu are also along that line, then only eclipse will take place. Otherwise, it will be Purnima and Amavasya only. Every 15 days, when Sun is something like 180 degrees after the Sun, that is angle between Sun and the Moon is 180 degrees, you will have the Purnima. If it is like 0 degree, then it is Amavasya. So, but when Rahu is there with the Sun or Ketu is there at the Sun or Moon like that, then you find that Rahu Grasta Chandra Grahana, Rahu Grasta Surya Grahana, Ketu Grasta Chandra Grahana, Ketu Grasta Surya Grahana, like that.
Okay.
So, by looking at the Kundali, you can tell when the next eclipse happens, because we have to see the position of not only Sun Moon, but also Rahu and Ketu.
Okay.
The owner of Leo sign is Sun. Is it true, false? I don't know. Leo is called Simha Rasi.
True.
True.
The signs Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are called. Here
Watery signs.
different kinds are given. So here they are called watery signs or Jala Rashi.
Jalarashi.
The Lord of Cancer sign is Moon. True, false? I don't know.
True.
So here I am also introducing a abbreviation for the signs and planets. See, Cancer, we write CN, which is given in the bracket there, and for Moon, we will write MO. Like that for others also, 2-letter abbreviation names we will use. The ruler of Gemini sign is Mercury. So GE for Gemini, ME for Mercury.
True.
True. The signs Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn are called fiery signs, airy signs, watery signs, earthy signs. I don't know. Vrishabha, Kanya, Makara. These are called what type of rashis or signs?
Earthy signs.
This case it is earthy sign. The owner of Taurus sign is Venus.
Yes, true.
So we will use abbreviation V for Venus, TA for Taurus. The Lord of Aries sign is Mars. True, false? I don't know.
True.
True. So MA we use for Mars, AR for Aries. The ruler of Pisces sign is Jupiter. Pisces means Meena Rashi. Jupiter is Guru.
True.
So PS for Pisces, JU for Jupiter. The owner of Aquarius sign is Saturn.
Saturn.
Aquarius is Kumbha. So abbreviation is AQ.
True.
Saturn is SA. The
Shani
Lord
na.
of Capricorn sign is Saturn. Capricorn is Makara. It is CP is the abbreviation. Saturn is SA. Is it true or false, or I don't know?
True, sir.
Whatever comes to your mind, you can tell. Right or wrong, we will learn later in the session. The signs Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are called fiery signs, airy signs, watery signs, earthy signs, I don't know. So Gemini is GE, Libra is LB, Aquarius is AQ. So later we will use abbreviation only.
Watery signs.
Fiery.
Gemini, Libra, Aquarius.
Fiery.
No, they are airy signs.
Aries.
The signs Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius are called as fiery signs, earthy signs, watery signs, earthy signs. I don't know.
Earthy signs.
Fiery
Okay.
signs.
Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, they are called fiery signs.
Fiery.
Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jala. Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jala. Like that it was. Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jala. The ruler of Scorpio sign is Mars. Scorpio is Vrishchika. Abbreviation SC, and Mars is MA.
True.
So, the owner of Virgo sign is Mercury. So Virgo is VR, Mercury is MA.
True, sir.
The lord of Libra sign is Venus. So LB for Libra, VE for Venus.
True.
The ruler of Sagittarius sign is Jupiter. SG for Sagittarius, JU for Jupiter.
True, sir.
So what is this sketch that comes to your mind when you see this sketch? Any idea?
One is number 8.
This is actually a child was taken for admission to a school, pre-nursery school or pre-primary school. There they gave a test to the child. Giving a sheet of paper, they asked her to write her image. So the child wrote this sketch and gave. So the child which wrote thinks that it is her photo or image like thing, how she looks. But after few days of training, she was able to write this kind of sketches, coloring, painting, etc. Can you see the difference from the first sketch to this current stage? This child is only some 3 years, 2 years old, 2.5 years, 3 years. You can make up by looking at the hand, is it not?
Yes.
So, in learning our subject also, whatever the initial idea that you have, by the time you complete this course, you will be an expert in the subject. That is what I wish to say. Now, what can we see here in this slide?
Blackboard.
So this is actually the total darkness. Once I was in Nagpur, there is some place called Chandapura. There are coal mines. once that manager of that coal mines, he asked me to come to his place. He will show the darkest place which you have not seen earlier. So he took me about 1000 feet below the earth and he asked me to switch off the headlights which he carried. There we saw the total darkness, no light at all. 1000 feet below the ground where the mining activity of the coal was going on. So it is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. That is the outcome. So if we light a single candle, it can be used later to light many other candles also, or many other lights. So once you learn the subject from me, you should be able to teach for all others the subject, maybe in a better way, more simplified way than what I am presenting, because there is always scope for making improvement and simplification. So here is a teacher. He is teaching a group of participants. They are all of different background and varieties. So he is asking them to introduce one by one, giving your name, profession, and one hobby only, though you may have more hobbies. So maybe that we can do. So example may be like this. My name is Suri, mechanical aeronautical engineer, student for life. That is the hobby. Get an example to give you particular. This Suri, actually his name was Surya Narayana Murthy, a beautiful name given by their parents. In the colleges and offices, he was called by name Suri. He went abroad and married there itself, and his wife was calling him Su, because they have the shortest possible names to call. So please introduce yourself, giving your name and profession and any one hobby that you have. You can give one by one. How many are there? I don't know. I am not able to see on the screen. There is difficulty in my system. So anybody can start.
I am Nagamani. I am a Sanskrit student and I wish to know more about astrology.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I am Meera Amol. I am working. I'm a working professional. I work in cargo industry. And my profession, my hobby is I like to pursue my dancing profession, Bharatanatyam dancer.
Very nice, very nice. Anybody else is there? Because I am not able to see the participants somehow. This new system, it is not showing. So there is some difficulty in myself observing.
There are four participants.
So there might be one will be myself. So there may be another person may be there. So maybe might have logged in and gone out or something. I do not know. Or system. I am not able to see because my screen, I am not able to see the participants. There is some problem with my computer. So I recently changed to a new system. So I have to become familiar with how this software hardware works. But if you are able to see the screen and you are able to hear my voice, then it is fine, no problem.
Yeah, very clear.
Now we will try to understand what are the items we have to know before learning astrology. One is motion of the physical bodies. Here physical bodies means we can say it is motion of heavenly bodies, and these things we call as something called planets or graha in astrology. So one is something called absolute motion, another is called relative motion, which is also called apparent motion. That is how it looks to us. Now here there is a road and one bus stop is there. There is a tree. A parent and child is waiting for the bus stop. A car and a motorcycle overtakes at the bus stop. It is mentioned here that the car speed is 30 kilometers per hour and motorcycle speed is 45 kilometers per hour, and it is bracket, it is written ABS, means absolute. That means it is the speed with respect to something called a stationary tree there, or people who are standing there, or the bus stop signal, that board is there, which are considered as stationary, and the speed of the vehicles is indicated. So after 1 hour the motorcycle will be 15 kilometers ahead of the car, or car will be 15 kilometers behind the car. After 1 hour. So here we are interested to know what is the speed of the motorcycle with respect to the car, which is moving at 30 kilometers per hour. It is, we calculate it as 15 kilometers per hour, which is relative to the car, because after every hour the motorcycle will be 15 kilometers ahead of the car in the first hour, second hour it will be 30 kilometers ahead, third hour and it will be 45 kilometers in front of that. That means with respect to the car, the speed of the motorcycle is 15 kilometers per hour. This is relative to the car. Whether you are able to understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, absolute speed of motorcycle with respect to stationary tree is like 45 kilometers per hour moving in the forward direction, let us call. Now, absolute speed of the car with respect to the stationary tree, 30 kilometers per hour moving in the forward direction. That is, both are moving in the same direction like that. The motorcycle overtakes the car at the bus stop. So after 1 hour, motorcycle is 15 kilometers ahead of the car. Car is 15 kilometers behind the motorcycle.
Right.
So relative speed of car with respect to motorcycle is 15 kilometers per hour moving in the backward direction. Can you understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How? Huh?
The motorcycle is always ahead
Ahead of the car.
motorcycle.
Motorcycle is always ahead of the car, and if with car with relative to motorcycle, it is moving 15 kilometers backward every hour.
No, car is moving backwards.
Car is moving backwards with respect to motorcycle.
Motorcycle, yes.
Yeah.
This is some people find it difficult to understand, because even if you are going in a vehicle, whether bus or train, anything like that, if you look at the window, You can see the trees, buildings, etc. going backwards. Actually, they are not going backward, but we are moving forward.
Forward.
But we get the feeling that all the stationary buildings, people on the platform, the trees, buildings, everything moving backwards. So that is the relative motion of the bodies we are studying. So relative speed of motorcycle with respect to the car is 15 kilometers per hour moving in the forward direction. That is the direction in which they are moving, that we calling it as forward. Opposite direction is called backward. We are calling it. Now, if someone tells you that you, along with the seat on which you are sitting, chair or whatever it is, and the building in which you are there, the whole thing is traveling at 1700 kilometers per hour, then what is your immediate reaction? You are not stationary, you are moving at a speed of 1700 kilometers per hour, along with the building and the furniture on which you are sitting, etc.
Yes, because Earth rotates on its axis and revolves around the sun.
So the average diameter of the Earth, it is something like 12,600 kilometers we can take. Maybe looking at the this one internet, we may get like 12,732 kilometers. Anyway, we are not interested in accurate analysis of inaccurate data. You can take like 12,600 kilometers as the diameter. Now, for calculations, we don't have to use the calculator, etc. Just mental arithmetic is more than enough. Roughly, we can get the idea. It is sufficient. So, average diameter of the Earth, if we take 12,600 kilometers, the average perimeter of the Earth measured along the equator, it is about pi d. Pi ಅಂದರೆ 3.1415926536 like that it goes, or 22/7 as an approximate value. So, exact calculation may come like 39,584 kilometers, but we can say it is about roughly 40,000 kilometers is the circumference of the Earth measured on the equator. So Earth spins about its own axis and it takes 24 hours for one complete rotation. It is not running at 500 RPM. It is very, very slow. So slow that it takes 24 hours for one rotation. It is difficult for us to observe. So, if you calculate the average tangential velocity of a point on the surface of the Earth, it works out to that 1700 kilometers per hour or 500 meters per second. Because you have to divide that 40,000 kilometers divided by 24, you get the speed per hour. Then if you divide by 60, you get speed per minute. Then divide by another 60, you will get speed per second. So it comes to 500 meters per second or 1700 kilometers per hour. So we will have to study the solar system. Here, in this sketch, it is seen that all planets are aligned along a straight line, but that may not happen at all. So it is just for a graphical sketch to show about the distance from the sun to the different planets there, or to know the relative difference from one in the distance from one point to one planet to another planet, like that. So relative velocity or relative speed of heavenly bodies with respect to Earth, we are interested. We don't want absolute speed or velocity of the heavenly bodies. So here each planet will be moving along its own path because they are at separate radial distance. For simplification purpose, we assume that all these planets are traveling around concentric circles, where at the center of that circle is the Earth. So we are trying to make observation about the relative speed of motion of the heavenly bodies with respect to the Earth. So it is possible to show something like this is called annular space. Let me see whether I can. Can you see the red dot moving on the screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this passage is something like the passage along which the different planets will be moving. Maybe the innermost radius kept here, where the nearest planet will be at that radius going on circular path. The next planet will be at slightly larger radius going like that. Like that, the distant one will be going there. So there is no one planet touching another because the radial distance is different and they will be having their own speed. So this space is called the annular space. So because it is something like the circular type of shape there, it is called apparent path of motion of the planets. All planets will be moving in this region. So the red dot moving on the screen, you can see there. Hello?
Yes, we can see, sir.
Because I will not know how it looks for you.
Uh-huh.
That's why. Now, circle has no starting point or ending point. So it is very difficult to identify which is the beginning and which is the end. So here I have made a point like this, the red point what I am showing here. Here I have drawn a line like this, vertical line. So I will call this as the reference point here. Then the circular region, when you keep the protractor, you can measure from here to here. This angle of 180 degrees and 180 degrees below. So totally 360. So we are making three parts here. This is one part and this is second part. This is third part. So 120 degrees up to here, next 120 up to here, next 120 up to here. So three parts we are making. Now this 120 degree is divided into 4 equal parts again. So there will be 4 equal parts here, 4 equal parts here and 4 equal parts here. So totally there are 12 parts. Since total angle is 360 degrees, there will be 12 parts, each occupying 30 degree angular distance. Now each of these 30 degree regions is given a name like Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So here this will be the Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Now, we have already introduced this abbreviation in that multiple choice questions. So, we use abbreviation everywhere because easy to write. So, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Now, the same 120 degrees, which we have divided earlier into 4 parts, now we will divide into 9 parts each here, and 9 parts here, 9 parts here. So, we will get 27 zones here, areas. And each area is called a star. So, this is like Ashwini, Bharani, Kritike, Rohini, Mrugashira, Aridra, Punarvasu, Pushya, Aslesha. It ends here. Then Maka, Kubba, Uttara, Asta, Chitta, Swati, Vishaka, Panurada, Jeshta. Then Moola, Purvashada, Uttarashada, Shravana, Dhanishta, Shatabisa, Purabhadra, Uttarabhadra, Revati. So 27 stars will come. So these names are not name of one single star, but they are the something like name of a family of stars. For example, in North India, you can find something like Bansal, Jindal, Agrawal, like that. In East India, you can see Mukhopadhyaya, Chattopadhyaya, like that. And come to the south, you can see something like Nadar, Chettiar, Nair, Iyer, like that. So, these are something like you can consider it as family names. It is not the name of one single star, but a family of stars. So, where are those stars? From the center here, if you draw this line like this, you will get this angular region there. That angular region, within that, wherever any star is there, that whole thing belongs to that one family, and that is that Ashwini. Then Bharani, like that, Kritika, Ravana, like that. So 27 parts are made. So each part will have like 13 degrees and 20 minutes. It is angular measurement and time measurement. There is something like minutes coming. Degree, minutes, seconds for angular measurements. Hour, minutes, seconds for time measurement. So we should know that minute of, when we specify whether it is minute of the angle or minute of the time.
Can you come again, sir? Little confusion.
So here, see, the reason was original, this 120 degrees, you know.
Yeah.
120 degrees we divided into 4 parts.
Yes.
So each part has 30 degrees, that is called a sign or Rashi.
Rashi.
Now instead of that, we divide this into 9 parts.
9 parts. Okay.
When you take 9 parts, 9 plus 9 plus 9, it will become 27. So total number of colored regions here are 27 regions are there. So each of this region is called by a name called star name, say Ashwini. So this is Ashwini here. So where it will be, if you extend this line like this, all this region, you know, wherever is above, because here planets are rotating, is it not? Some are some distance. Stars are at still far away distance. So they will extend between this and this region. So whatever the stars coming here, they belong to family of stars called Ashwini.
Ashwini.
And then what comes here is like Bharani family, Krittika family. This is Rohini, Mrugashira, Aridra, Punarvasu, Pushya, Aslesha. So 9 stars will come from here to here, another 9 from here, another 9 years. Totally there will be 27 stars. Is it okay?
Yeah. Okay, sir.
It is not 27 stars, it is 27 family of stars.
Stars. Okay.
Now, instead of 9 parts, if we make 36 here and 36 there and 36 here, then total it will become 108 parts. So small regions. That means the original region, the 12 when we made here, suppose it is each one is called as a state in India. Suppose there are 12 states like that. Then this 9, 9, 9, 27, what is coming is within the state, different districts like that we can take. And when we make 36, within the district there will be several taluks like that. So this 36, 36, 36 makes 108, and each is called a quarter or pada. So this is nakshatra pada. See, because this one is divided by 4, we get 27. So every nakshatra has got 4 parts. Each part is called as a pada, nakshatra pada. In English, we call it as quarters. So there will be Ashwini 1, 2, 3, 4, Bharani 1, 2, 3, 4, Krittika 1, 2, 3, 4, Rohini 1, 2, 3, 4, Mrgashira 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that it will come. Aslesha 1, 2, 3, 4 end here. Then Maka 1, 2, 3, 4 starts here. It ends with Jeshta 1, 2, 3, 4. Here Moola 1, 2, 3, 4 starts and ends with Revati 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the sub-regions within that nakshatras. Each one is called as a pada or quarter. Now, there is a practice of identifying Aries with number 1 like this. This is called English numeral. Number 2 for Vrishabha, 3 for Gemini, 4 for Cancer, like that. But when we write another diagram called Navamsha chart, then the numbers will not go after 4. It will not be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 only. What is this is? We are trying to make a magnified diagram where this portion belongs to Ashwini 1, this belongs to Ashwini 2, this is Ashwini 3 and Ashwini 4. Then Bharani 1, Bharani 2, Bharani 3, Bharani 4. Then Krittika 1, Krittika 2, Krittika 3, Krittika 4. Like that. After that, we have to continue here. Rohini 1, Rohini 2, Rohini 3, Rohini 4. Then Mrgashira 1, Mrgashira 2, Mrgashira 3, Mrgashira 4. Then Aridra 1, Aridra 2, Aridra 3, Aridra 4. Like that, because one star comes here, second one here, third one here, we will have to go 9 rounds like this and arrange the planets in the this one, and such a diagram is called as a Navamsha chart, or it is called D9 chart, whereas this one is called the sign chart or Rashi Chakra. So this is called Navamsha Chakra. Now there is something called Newton's law of universal gravitation.
Sir, please excuse me.
Tell me.
Sir, what is the difference between Navamsha Kundali and one more Kundali?
Chakra.
See, Navamsha Kundali, we are trying to write a different diagram which is different totally from Rashi Kundali. See, this is Rashi Kundali, let us say. You are able to
Rashi
see.
Kundali. What's the difference between Rashi Kundali and the Navamsha Kundali?
I am telling. See here, that each part is out of the 12 parts, each part is 30 degrees, you know. And there we are writing Mesha Rashi, Vrishibha, Vrithinda, Kataka, like that. Is it not? Whereas, here we write, that is called Rashi Chakra, where the 12 parts are there, called as Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, etc. But when you come to this Navamsha chart, here we do not call Rashi, because this is a different diagram which is drawn to a magnified dimension, where we make use of that area earlier occupied by Aries for Ashwini first quarter, Ashwini first pada, Ashwini second pada, Ashwini third pada, Ashwini fourth pada. Then Bharani 1, Bharani 2, Bharani 3, Bharani 4. Then Kritika 1, Kritika 2, Kritika 3, Kritika 4. Like that, in each of these parts, we write only one nakshatra pada only. Such a diagram is called a Navamsha chart. It is called D9 chart. Like that. More you will understand when we proceed further. You are able to follow now?
Yes, sir.
See, you should know that just by looking at something like this, we cannot say whether it is where is the Rashi or things like that. Whereas, when we make this 4, 4, 4, 12 parts, that region is called as a sign. That is a fixed place. Whereas, if you go to this one, there is no fixed place. It is continuously changing. Ashwini 1, 2, 3, 4, Bharani 1, 2, 3, 4, Kritika 1, 2, 3, 4. Then further it continues like that. 9 rounds we have to go to end up with Revati 1, 2, 3, 4. You are able to follow now?
Yes.
Because
Yes,
one round we can tell only 12 items, but there are 108. So 12 into 9 is 108. So 9 rounds we have to go and distribute. So this is a magnified diagram, that is all. So you will understand more on this when I explain it with an example. Then you will follow very easily. So this is not understood by many people. So I will make you understand with the suitable example. So Newton's law of universal gravitation is something like G is equal to F is equal to G mm by d square. Now here, whether you are able to read that formula there, I do not know.
Yeah.
But I am not able to see here. Maybe it is like, can you read what is the number given there?
No, below you cannot read. It is there is a black strip.
Oh, that's what. How I have to remove? I don't know, because this system is new for me. Now I think it is visible.
It is visible.
6.60. Actually, there is some method of eliminating this bar, but I have to learn how to do that.
Now it is visible, sir.
Now it is visible.
Yeah. Because earlier I was able to remove. This system is different, so I do not know what exactly the operation I have to learn. But now you can see.
Yeah.
Now that G is called the that universal gravitational constant, which is that much units it is given there. Now this mm, small letter, big letter, they are of different bodies which are separated by a distance of d. So what is your weight? Anyone can tell?
58.
Huh?
58, sir.
It is not clear to me.
58.
58. What is that 58?
58 kgs.
Kg. Is it mass or weight?
It is weight.
It is weight.
See, this between the mass and weight, there was a lot of confusion from the very beginning. To eliminate that, something called the SI system of units has come into practice now. Otherwise, earlier there was FPS system, foot pound second system. Then came CGS system, centimeter gram second system.
Seconds.
Then MKS system, meter kilogram seconds. Then SA system came. So here they were using something like mass as kg, length as meter, time as second. If you want to find the unit for the weight, you have to use the Newton's law of motion, where we will say F is equal to m into A. Now, if it is the weight, A becomes acceleration due to gravity G. So, we write W is equal to mg. We write. Now, m is the mass, G is the acceleration due to gravity in meter per second square. So, when you multiply 58 kg multiplied by 9.81 meter per second square, you will get some number, and its unit will be kg meter per second square. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So, what is your weight now?
54 kgs meter per second square.
No. 58 multiplied by 9.81, you have to put.
9.81.
But in examination question papers, textbook examples also, some problem they will say take G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Some question papers I have seen, they will say use G is equal to 10 meter per second square. It is because just to simplify the calculation, nothing else. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
So, 58 means you have to multiply by 10 means 580. It is easy to calculate mentally, taking G is equal to 10. So, your weight will be 580 kg meter per second square. And this one, they are given a new unit in the SI system, and they call it as Newton. So, force, weight, they are measured in newtons. So, your weight will be 580 newtons from today. That is technically correct unit. But in the shop, we cannot ask, give me 1 kg meter per second square of potato. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So, here problem was that there were two systems of measurements. One is called scientific system of units, another is engineering system of units. In scientific system of units, we had kg as the mass unit, length, meter, time, seconds. Engineering system, it is called force, length, time, or FLT system. So there we know the force, length and time, but we don't know mass. To find mass, we have to use that formula. That is W is equal to mg, or m is equal to w by g, like that. So here the problem was like something like you have purchased some vegetable using a common balance which has got 2 pans. Now there is something called spring balance, where you can hang the item to the spring balance and see the extension of the spring and find what is the weight. So here you can see the spring balance uses the extension of the spring which depends on the acceleration due to gravity. So we say that it measures the weight of the object. Whereas common balance, one side we keep a common mass, standard mass, another side the item. G for that pen and this pen is same, so we will cancel. We will say what gives in the common balance is the mass. Now, if we purchase 1 kg of sugar in common balance, hang it to the spring balance, how much will be it reading?
That into 9.8.
No. So here, what these people have done is, if 1 kg of sugar packet is checked its mass in the common balance, now hang it to spring balance, the spring extends to certain amount, is it not?
Yes.
That extended point, they marked it as 1 kg. So it will not be different. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
So because of this, in solving problems, there was always confusion, and particularly when centimeter gram system was there, second system was there, acceleration due to gravity was 981 centimeter per second square. That means whether we have to multiply by 981 or divide by 981, like that. So that means roughly 1000 times the difference was there for mass and weight. So in a section in the college where number of students were something like 67, 19 passed the exam, remaining failed in one paper where too much of this mass and weight problem was there. You are able to follow? So now the SI system had made a change that mass means you use the unit kg and weight means you use the unit Newton. But it has not come in the practice in the this one, because you see 1955 we had rupee, anna and paisa. Then they changed to rupee and paisa only without anna, and that paisa was called naya paisa because it was newly introduced. After some time, that naya paisa has become purana, so they removed naya and kept rupee and paisa. But as back as like 1980, if you are even now also, if you ask in the shop, Yentani childra, they will say. Yentani was forgotten in 1950. There rupee paisa has come, not the ani was not there. Nakana, Yentana, Yerdane, Vandane was not there. Murkas, Arkasu, like that. But even now we use that rupee anna pai. Rupee anna will use. Yentana kodi, Yentana childra, like that. So that problem is here also. So therefore, to avoid that confusion, the SI system, they kept a separate unit for the weight and separate unit for the mass. So that engineering in problem solving, there will not be confusion. Everybody will get the same answer. Now you see in this formula that d is the distance between the two objects, say two planets like Earth and Moon, like that, or Earth and Jupiter, anything like that you can take. Now d is the distance between them. So d square is in the denominator. So if d square is in the denominator, d is a already large number, square of that will be a huge number. When you divide numerator by such a large number, the total quantity becomes very small item. So that means the force of attraction between the two planets, here he is using ME for Earth and MM for Moon. Even this is not required because capital letter we use for Earth and small for Moon, that is enough. And R is the distance between this one, which you can call it a D also, distance. So when R becomes larger, this F becomes smaller. That is why if you take the Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, etc. from the Earth, this quantity becoming larger, this effect becomes smaller. So therefore, they are not considered in the astrology. Now, this is not to scale. You can see the moon and the earth distance there, how it is rotating there around the earth. Now, we have to learn about the time measurement. Time measurement is see hour, minute, seconds, like this, 6-digit number. Last two will be the seconds. This one will be minutes. This is in hours. But we know second is too small, so we will not consider. Even minute itself is too small, but we can keep the answer to hours and minutes accuracy. So 1 day is 24 hours, 1 hour is 60 minutes, and 1 minute is 60 seconds. Now, there is something like Gati and Vigati we use in astrology. That is, it is also called Galige and Vigalige. So here, the units are like this. 1 day is
What
24
it is
hours.
called, sir? Galige and
Galige, Vigalige.
Vigalige.
Gati, Vigati, or Galige, Vigalige. So, one day is equal to 24 hours. One Gati is 24 minutes. One Vigati is 24 seconds. One Gati means one Galige. One Vigati means one Vigalige. So, this is how the conversion factor comes. So, we will use the number with this colon symbol here to indicate Gati and Vigati here. It is 33 Gati, 48 Vigati. Say 1 day is 60 Gatis and 1 Gati is 60 Vigatis. That is the conversion. So here further this one is there. It is like 1 day is 60 Gati, 1 Gati is 60 Vigati, 1 Vigati is 60 Lipti, 1 Lipti is 60 Vilipti, 1 Vilipti is 60 Para, 1 Para is 60 Tatpara. So that is smallest unit is Tatpara and 1 day is the larger unit per day calculation. So 1 Gati means 24 minutes, 1 Vigati is 24 seconds. So 24 plus 12 will become 60 minutes. So 1 hour is 2.5 Gati and 1 minute is 2.5 Vigati. That means 1 hour, 4 hours is equal to 10 Gati, 4 minutes is equal to 10 Vigatis. So 1 day is 24 hours, which is 1440 minutes, is equal to 86,400 seconds. If you convert in this system, it becomes so small. That means like 1 para is 111 microsecond. 1 millipti is 6.66 milliseconds. 1 lipti is 0.996 seconds. Like that it goes. So we will keep only conversion to hour and minute only. Other things we will not make. So this is, I am following, books may be different. When you write a 4-digit number, this first 2 digits indicate the hour, this is in the minutes, and this we will use in Indian Standard Time. So this is like 10 hours 34 minutes. Whereas this is like Gati and Vigati. This Gati, we have to convert it into hours, and this Vigati into again minutes first, then hours. Then we will get the total amount of time. That when we add it to the sunrise time, we get the Indian Standard Time. So here, see 10 Gatis is equal to 4 hours. So this is 8 hours per 20. This is 48 minutes. 2 minutes, one Gati is 24 minutes. So 2 is 48. So 8 hours 48. Here, every 2.5 is equal to 1 minute. So 10 it is 4 minutes. 4, 8, 12 plus another one 13 plus some 36 will be left seconds. Rounding up to one more we can make it. That is something like instead of 34, if we make it at 35, it will become like 12 plus 2, 14 minutes. This 14 we have to add it to this whatever is left here. Here it was 48 was there. Add this 14. So 48, 52, 62. That means it will be 1 hour more and 02 comes. That we have to add to the sunrise time. Then only we will get the Indian Standard Time. So we will not go for performing accurate assessment of inaccurate data. It is only simple mental arithmetic only. So there is two terms called least count and tolerance. So what is least count and what is tolerance? Any idea you have?
No, sir.
Least count is the smallest possible measurement you can make using an instrument. For example, if you use a scale, a paper, this wooden scale or plastic scale that comes, for marking distances on the paper, for making problems. So there, maybe least count is something like 1 millimeter.
Right.
But tolerance means it is something like tolerable, allowable dimension in the given dimension. That means how much plus minus we can accept. That is the one. See, if you are buying firewood, then maybe plus or minus half kg or 1 kg is okay. Is it not?
Yes.
Similarly, when buying rice, see, instead of 100 kg, if you get 99 or 98, it is all right. But in case of gold, even milligram also they will charge.
Yes.
Is it not?
Yeah.
So, least count is what is the smallest measurement we can make using the available instrument. And tolerance is how much we can, variation we can allow. So that is the tolerance. Now, our horoscope will look something like this round thing, where we have this Aries here. You can see the red dot moving around the Aries.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Now, these regions, Aries has got a symbol like this. We write it this way. Similarly, Taurus is this symbol. This is Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So symbols are used because abbreviation is convenient for writing. So here typically they have indicated what is the type of object we can imagine they are representing. Now here there are two clocks. One is a round clock here and another is a square dial clock here. Now, instead of this is the idea of what is a clockwise motion. This is what is an anti-clockwise motion, going backwards.
Sir, please excuse me.
Ah.
Sir, whatever the symbols that you are giving for these stars, is that referring to the characteristics of that particular star, sir?
No, some symbol they have given. We will use that symbols. We'll study again. Next class we will study. Here, roughly I gave idea because it was mentioned in the picture there. Now, clock generally will have the 12-hour clock. See, here is a clock which is a 24-hour clock. That means here this hour needle will move only one round in one day.
One day.
So 12 hours means it will come only up to here. Then it is 13, 14, 15, it goes up to 24. So this we can imagine something like the earth going around like this, one rotation. Then this region which was 30 degrees here, which was originally 12 and 1 written here, 2, 3 like that. It is like Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer like that. Now if you use this 24-hour clock, then you can see if the earth is rotating, taking 24 hours for one rotation. So to move from say this point to this point, it will take 2 hours. Is it not?
Yes.
From here to here, 2 hours. Like that, there are 12 regions, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer like that. So it takes 24 hours and 12 equal things. And that 2 hours duration is called as a lagna or ascendant. That means if we have a beam of light coming here like this, coming from the sun falling on this one, when the needle moves here or the whole dial is rotating, you can imagine like that, then see it will be falling on this place. After 2 hours this will be rotating further, so it will be falling on the other place there. So the light falls on one sign for 2 hours. So there are 12 lagnas every day going from Mesha to Meena. Now, since writing a square or rectangular is easier than a circular horoscope, the South Indian horoscope has got this type of a diagram which is similar to a rectangular clock. This can be made a square also. It's only the how we write it. Now here, this place is reserved for the particular Rashi or sign. See, this place is Aries, this is Taurus, this is Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, like that. So even if you have the blank diagram, we should be able to identify which region or block there represents which sign. That is a fixed position, there is no change. So till we remember that time, we will have the names written here. We are using this abbreviation what we have used earlier. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So these are called signs or rasis. So 12 signs, 12 rasis. Starting point is here, and the first 9 units end there. The next 9 units, that is the 9 padas will end here, and 9 nakshatras, and another 9 here. So 27 are distributed around the 12. Now, the rasis are also identified using this type of a number. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. These are something called English numbers. So this type of a 1 means that is Aries. This type of a number, Taurus. This number is Gemini. This is Cancer, like that. Now we use something called Roman numbers also, which are like this. So here, this number we can write anywhere. and then you write all other numbers like that. So I have shown here writing 1 at this Sagittarius, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If we started writing 1 here, then this will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. This will be 1 like that. So this type of a number we use for indicating the lagna or ascendant. So these numbers we use for Rashi. Now we saw that 9 quarters coming in the Rashi. So there are Ashwini, there are 4 quarters. Bharani, there are 4. Kritika, there is 1. That put together becomes 9 equal parts here. Then remaining of Kritika 2, 3, 4. Then Rohini, 4 of them, adding this 7. So Mrigashira 1 and 2. That becomes 9 equal parts. So which goes to Taurus. So Gemini will have the remaining 3, 4 of the Mrigashira or Idra full. So since 4 plus 2, 6, 3 of them will be of Purnarosa. So remaining 1 of Purnarosa comes here to Cancer and Pushya Aslesha. So starts with Ashwini, ends with Aslesha here. Now similarly Maka, Puba, Uttara 1, then Uttara 2, 3, 4, Hasta, Chitta 1, 2, Chitta 3, 4, Swati, Vishaka 1, 2, 3, Vishaka 4, Anuradha, Jeshta, will end there. Moola, Purashada, Uttarashada 1, Uttarashada 2, 3, 4, Shravana, Dhanishta 1, 2, and Dhanishta 3, 4, Satavisha, Purvabhadra 1, 2, 3, then Purvabhadra 4, Uttarabhadra 8. So these positions are fixed in the Rashi Kundali. That means this place is called as Aries or Mesha Rashi. It is represented by that English number 1 here, and it contains Ashwini full, Bharani full, and Kritika 1. Like that with all others also. So with practice, if you are given a blank diagram like this, you should be able to fill up right which Rashi it is, which Nakshatra Padas it will contain. So that you have to practice. So that if you write it few times, you will be able to remember. Afterwards, you don't have to struggle at all. Straight away we can say where is which star, which nakshatra.
Sir, I was copying it, sir.
This anyway you will get the video and it is there in your book. Panchanga it is there.
Okay.
Panchanga also it is there.
Okay, sir.
Therefore, plus video also I am giving you. So you can note down and you can copy it also. You can take from there also. Now, the initial management of the signs are Rashis. That is Rashiya Adhipati Yaro. So in the original level, starting period, Sun and Moon, they are like father and mother, or king and queen of the planetary kingdom. So during the night, these Rashis were managed by Moon. And these Rashis during daytime were managed by Sun. This Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, they are all children in the family. So when they were young, they were going for playing outside and coming back in the evening. There was no work for them because they were children. This Mercury was the most intelligent among the children. So one day, what he did was, he contacted the mother and asked, give me this adjacent piece of region here so that I will look after the management of this. If there is any difficulty, I can always take your help. So mother thought, because he is an intelligent person, he said, okay, you become the owner of this one or lord of this Rashi. It went for some time. Then you see, once something is being managed, he thought, why not ask the father also and try to get a piece adjacent to where he is there, so that he can look after that area also. So father also said, okay, you take this one. So Mercury became the lord or owner of the Gemini and Virgo. Now what happened? He has lot of work during daytime and nighttime. We have to work for that area development. Something like MP development area. So the people who are going for playing one number became less. So this Saturn, Mars and Jupiter, they sent Venus to Mercury to find out why he is not coming for the playing. So when Mercury approached, Venus approached the Mercury, he explained the methodology he has used to acquire this management of this sign. So he said, why don't you try the same thing and I will also help you. So Venus got the management of this Taurus from father, and repeating the technology got from the father also. He became owner for these two signs. So these people found Venus, who has gone for getting information, did not come. So they sent Mars. Mars could get ownership for this land and this particular region, one from the father, one from the mother, and he became owner for that. Then Jupiter went and he got this part and this part. Then the Saturn was the last person to approach, and all fertile lands have been taken away by other people. Whatever was barren land was there left out. So mother said, okay, you take this piece, and father said, you take this piece, whatever is left over. So therefore, the Saturn became the enemy for the parents. So by distributing the property, Sun and Moon only own one sign only. So Moon is the owner or lord of Cancer. Sun is the lord of Leo. But all other planets like Mercury, they have got two places. Venus, two places. Mars, two places. Jupiter, two places. Saturn, two places. See, first Mercury got the one place here and one place here. Then Venus got one place here and then one place here. Then Mars in Scorpio. Jupiter in Sagittarius. Then Saturn, etc. So they became the owners of the different signs. So they are called sign lords, Rashyadipati, like that. Now, among these planets, there is something like those who have mutual friendship. So here, Jupiter, Mars, the Sun and Moon, they are something like belonging to ruling party. Now the opposition party will be, one is Venus, Mercury, another is Venus, Saturn, and Saturn, Venus. So Saturn, Venus, they are something like mutual friends. Jupiter, Mars, mutual friends. Jupiter, Sun, mutual friends. Like that. So Venus, Mercury, they are mutual friends. Now we have seen the planets are not sitting there always. They are continuously moving at different speeds, at different distance from the Earth, so different radius. So while going through like that, they found some places more comfortable for them and where they will be able to do more work compared to other places. So here there is something called position of exaltation of planets. This is called Uchasthana. So Sun is Ucha or exalted in Aries. So there he has got maximum power. At 180-degree opposite, he will have the least power. So that is called debilitation. So position of exaltation, position of debilitation are 180-degree opposite to each other. So Moon is exalted in Taurus. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Jupiter is here. Mercury is in Virgo. And Venus in Pisces. Rahu is exalted in the Gemini, and this one in the Sagittarius. In particular, if Sun is at this place, this place, this place, this place, it is not the same power. So these are the degree positions having highest power or maximum exaltation position. So these numbers indicated here are the degree positions. But this Rahu Ketu, the degree position is not there. Wherever they are fully powerful. Now, the position of debilitation is 180-degree opposite to the exaltation position. Here, Sun was exalted, so it is debilitated here. Here, Saturn was exalted, he is debilitated there. Similarly, Mars and Jupiter, they are opposite. Mercury here, Venus here, they are opposite. Like that it is there. So, Moon was exalted here, so 180-degree opposite, it is debilitated there. So Rahu Ketu, they have got the place exchanged. So here earlier Ketu was there, here Rahu was there. So debilitation position is 180-degree opposite. So if you want to mention the degrees, it will look something like that. Now these information is in the 20 couple Panchanga. In the front wrapper, if you open, you can see some printing there. There this information is available. So in case you don't have the book, any Panchanga you can take. There this information will be available. In the Vantikapal Panchanga, the first wrapper, if you open, at the bottom, that information about Uchasthana, Nechasthana is given there along with the degrees also. So these are the sign lords now. Now, friends place for Jupiter. So as I told you, Jupiter, here it is Mars place. So Jupiter, Mars are mutual friends. So this place and this place is the friends place for Jupiter. So this and this is own space. So these two will be own and friends place. Here own and friends place. Here it is the position of exaltation for Jupiter, and this is the friends place. So these two, wherever Jupiter is there, these two, wherever Jupiter is there, these two places. So if these places, if Jupiter is there in a horoscope, that means at any time, even now also, because they are not fixed permanently there, but they are moving. So if Jupiter is traveling anywhere from here to here, or from here to here, or from here to here, then everybody in the world will have that Guru Bala or Jupiter strength. So if he is here or here, he will not have. If it is here or here, he will not have. If it is here or here, not there. See, own sign is this one for Jupiter. This is the friend's sign, that is Mars place. Same thing, own sign and Mars, friend's place. This is position of exaltation plus friend's place. So these 6 regions, wherever Jupiter is there, at that time everybody will have Guru Bala. Otherwise, we will have to look into the particular horoscope and see the position where the Jupiter comes. So separate rule is applied. We will study that in the next class. So that is called Jupiter strength or Guru Bala. See, Panchanga, there are 5 pieces of information. Now, if you open your Vantikapal Panchanga, there you can see some Kannada Sankhyagas, numbers. So they are used for writing Gati Vigati or Galige Vigalige. They are given in Kannada numbers. This 1, 2, 3, 4 are used for giving hour minutes. So if you use open page number 42 for sample, the first line you can see there, these information will be given. So those who have can see, otherwise you can take any Panchanga later on, they will have the same information will be there. Maybe if some information, if I can give here, I will give. Now, see, they give these 5 pieces of information. Vara or weekday, but it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then Tithi is called lunar day. It is Padya, Vidhiga, Tadiga, etc. It goes up to Chaturdasi. Then if it is Shukla Paksha, it becomes Purnima. If it is Krishna Paksha, it is called as Amavasya. Oh, it is already 5 o'clock, you know. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So let us stop here because I have got another program is there at 5 o'clock. So
Yes.
we'll continue another later. You go through this and I will give you the video also. Go through
Yes, sir.
several times if required, become an expert. Then we will continue. For next class, you can find some this Panchanga. If you get that Vantikopal one, then
Yeah, I
whatever
will. Is it available online, sir?
online, no. I think yeah, they may send you. They may send you by post. They may send you. It may be available through Amazon also. Yeah, just
Amazon.
try typing Vantikopal Mysore Panchanga in the shopping.
Okay.
They may write there. They may indicate there. It is about 160 rupees.
Okay, sir. Hello.
Sorry, if it
Yeah, if you if you send your address, maybe I can by a Panchanga, and I can post it also to you.
Okay, sir. I will just check on Amazon. If it is available, I will order. Otherwise, I will request you.
Yeah, otherwise you tell me. I will send you by speed post.
Sir, here in Panchanga, in page number 42, we see all the details, no? All the Tithi.
Yeah, that
Vara
we'll do in the
and
next class.
everything.
Next class we'll do, because
Sir,
I have
in the
another seminar from 5 o'clock.
Sir, in the bracket, they have given Beja. That means Belagin Java, right?
That is everything we will use abbreviation, because writing full words means the thickness of the book will be more. Therefore, only one letter or two letters, something like that. Ra for Ratri, Ha for Hagalo, like that. They use only abbreviation. So we'll continue the next class. I'll stop here.
Sir, I one request, sir. If you keep it on weekends or weekends, it will be better, so I can attend in person. Otherwise,
No. What
weekends.
happens? Everybody we cannot keep on Sunday, because I am teaching so many subjects. When some student tells me earlier that he is not coming like that, then that time I can give it to anybody, whoever is interested. That is how today's this 3 to 5 I allotted to you. Now 5 to 9 I have 4 programs. 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9.
Okay. This will be everyday class, sir?
No. We'll see about this progress. Then you go through the video also. Once everything is clear, you tell me, so that we'll fix another day which is convenient to you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So when is the next class?
Next class we'll see this after knowing your reactions, after how much you have understood, anything is not clear, etc. You go through the recording also, which I will send you. Then we can continue on any day that is convenient to you. Once you are familiar with this, the remaining portion will be very easy to follow. So you have to understand what is the Rashi, what is the Nakshatra, what is the Pada, what is the Lagna, what are the owners of the different signs, and friends and enemies among the planets. So mutual friends, mutual enemies, like that. So once you go through this, you will be able to understand it. Still something is not clear. Next class I will make it clear, and then we will continue. So we'll fix up the next class depending on your progress, how fast you are able to go through it again, and see, once you do not have any doubts, we can continue further.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, yeah, we'll stop here.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.